Good morning. Um, yeah, um, Today I'm kind of stuck, but I got my coffee, went downstairs to my lobby. Um, we have like a coffee machine in the lobby that makes Starbucks every morning. And if you go after 9:30 when staff comes, like the front office comes, they refill it with fresh coffee every day. So at least I got that. Um, so, I know I have some stuff to finish up, which I'm going to do now. And then, I don't know, maybe do some button states. Um, I don't know. It's just, when there's like so much to do, but then you don't know what to start with first. And then also, I am flying out to Florida to visit my parents for 2 weeks on Monday. So it's Friday now. So I don't want to. I've been mostly what I've been trying to do is create a bunch of different assets like the rewards and the badges because I won't have my Wacom tablet, which is what you saw me drawing on the other day. Um, but I can always access Figma from my laptop. So I wanted to get a bunch of assets so that I could work on a lot of Figma stuff while I'm at my parents' house. Um, but I don't know, I did get a bunch. I can show you. So here I kind of have been working on these guys. So, different flower badges, different actual like achievements, wax seals. I was working on some fun gummy bears over yesterday, kind of this cute little macaroon bear pop thing. Um, this thing is also cool. It's a butterfly. And then this is a little mausoleum. And then, so over here, I'll just show you because I am transparent as a human, I guess. So these I've been making using AI. Well, these are just references, but a lot of the large scenery pieces and more complicated images, like for the celestial theme, I got a bunch. And I don't have like 20 hours to just build out all these right now. So this is how I'm using AI to help. I've been using, I give it the Pantone or, well, hex codes in this case. And so I did make these two, which I really do like for the celestial theme as kind of like atmosphere, location-y. Cute little cabinets. The apothecary one, I'm not really a huge fan of. There's a lot to work with on these. I do like the nightfall ones because they're nice and spooky. And then, of course, Sugar Rush is just like an explosion of color. But I think they're good for what they are. The AI is not the greatest at creating multiple iterations if you haven't noticed. And then it also does tend to get fatigued after a while. So, but, in order to make my life easier and make some things go faster, it really is quite awesome for that, at least. But anyway, so I did go through and finish the variables for all 4 themes. I believe I only got in the light themes the other day. And then I've added a couple of extra colors that I want to add once I figure out how I'm going to do them, like with the disabled buttons, the type, And this one is inverse. So in case anything's on a opposite background. Yeah, and I'm going to probably try and figure out, maybe fill in some of those, maybe do some button states. But for right now, I am doing my last piece, which is I am naming my hex codes on my color cards. I started it last night and then I kind of fell asleep. So I figured that's a good, easy spot to start with. All I did was I just copied from one over, and now I'm just going in and copying the hex code, sticking it in here. This way, like, I can very easily see, especially if I'm on a different computer, or if I'm on a different program, or if I just want to, even when I'm using AI, a lot of times I like to give it a specific hex code that I want it to match to. So I'll tell it, you know, in my prompt that I want either to match with a certain hue or a specific hex code, or two hex codes or color combinations, and that way it'll give me the correct colors even without it being able to pick out those colors properly. Now I'm just selecting all because I'm weird and I think they look a little bit nicer like that. So here I have if I get it in the frame, it'll do it perfectly and it'll size it as 6. And I'm grabbing this one only because it already has white and the other one was black. So this makes my life a lot easier. It's also nice because I can literally just, when I export this frame by itself, all I can do, have to do is when I open up like Illustrator, if I want to vector something, or Photoshop, I can just copy this whole thing in. And then maybe I'm a little paranoid, but you never know if it's going to save the image exactly perfect. So this way I will have the hex codes and they kind of look pretty. So I guess it's nice, so I could post it on my Pinterest board later. So these are those 4. And then here is just the boring UI card I made with each one of the different color palettes so I can test it. But what is cool, I haven't done the buttons yet, so it's gonna mess up a little bit there, but not really mess up. But then you can swap to the Celestial, Apothecary. You see what I mean? I haven't done the text in the buttons, but that's what we should do now. And then I did also make these just so I can make sure and test all the different color combinations. Mm-mm. There we go. I just like that update. Normally there was like a little drop down here, which it is what it is. So property 1, we're going to name that size, large, medium, small. Cool. So here, now I can pick a size. Left icon, right icon. Show. No, we'll do show first. Show right. Button text. Show button text. I think I'll do that higher. I just held down shift to select all of them at the same time. Button, icon. Text. Now we're going to test it. Okie dokie. Size, large, medium, small. Ooh, text. Cool. That's still accessible. Whoa! Yeah. Also accessible. Awesome. So those buttons work. Mm-hmm. So if you can see up here, I kind of outlined some of these in different colors, just where I'm using that specific color within the different themes. So these three blue here, this one, this one, are the three blues from the Celestial, which is what I'm using as kind of my primary base. Basically, it's the base theme that I'm working with to build everything, otherwise it's just going to get confusing. Ta-da! Okay, just kidding. Yeah, so those are my new primary buttons. Different states. Next is to create the color variables for the other themes, which should be fairly easy. If you saw how I did it, I just put this on a white background, decrease the opacity to 50%, and then I tool selected it so that I got the solid color for 50%. And then we have a button component that works, and in the states that we have are currently accessible. So then I'll just check on that. I am trying not to stream for too long because I'm sure this is probably kind of boring, but I will come back after lunch and we can do some more buttons or work on some of the different hover states. Yeah, anyways, thank you for watching and helping me kind of get out of my rut a little bit, because now I'm kind of more focused on making these components. So thanks. Bye.